Welcome back to TFC Modcraft. Alright, well, in the last episode I started doing some experimenting about ways to clean up taint. Now this here is experiment site 3, which you may recall a couple of 3 episodes back, sometime back. This place was pretty seriously involved with a lot of taint. And you'll notice now that most of it's gone. And I think more and more of it is fading as time goes by. And, of course, the Vs levels you can see in the lower left corner, the Vs is about 4,300, and the taint levels around here is anywhere from in the mid-1200s, or even that one was around 1,000 some, to as high as 15 or 1,600, and like that. And, of course, I don't know what they were before because I didn't have the goggles of revealing at the time. But, yeah, things have definitely calmed down here by quite a bit, and apparently on its own. Now, over here at site number 4, this place was, as you'll recall, very thoroughly involved with taint, and frankly, it still is. The taint levels are very much higher, and this is where I put together the machine to try to do something about changing that. Now, one thing I have to say right off the bat is that this part of the area right here, you'll see it's outlined by torches there and along here, and I think back here somewhere, going across this way. But this whole area, that tree looked like that one. It did. This whole area here, this whole side of the hill and everything was all tainted purple. You see, that just grew in. But this whole area was thoroughly already majorly infected with taint. You can tell the tainted plant stuff is still there. That bit of taint popped in and then it just popped out. I don't know what's going on there. Now, this area, I had always made it a point so far to not come anywhere near it with a Totem of the Dawn, and I haven't. Let's see, over here, places where I had recorded taint values. This place started out at a Vs of 2550 and a taint of 6915. The taint level here is down to 4462, and slowly but surely it continues to drop as the machine there, the crystallizer, uses these taint crystals to suck the taint out of the air. It goes into the tank, gets pumped through these purifiers, which destroy taint at 1 per 5 seconds each, and then it gets pumped, whatever's left gets pumped into this tank. There is 150 taint in there, and I'm quite certain, obviously, that a whole lot more than that has been destroyed. Now, over here, I had recorded the taint and Vs values here as starting out at 4549 Vs and 6519 taint. That's begun to come down a little bit. Yeah. Alright, over here, I had starting values of 3267 Vs and 5270 taint. No change there. But there is a change here in between them. Alright. I really wish that I had actually taken the time and trouble to go ahead and record the Vs values for each and every chunk in this area right here. It would have been, I think, more telling as to a little bit of a hint or an idea of what's going on. One thing, however, as you will notice, this machine is down to 8 crystals. There's 23 there. It's working on one. There's 8 more for it to work on. And that's the most amount of crystals that I want to put into that thing at right now, because I need to do something with the remaining crystals I have to do something about getting more of them. Now, yes, the quarry does produce a fair number of them, and it will continue to do so for a little while. I was down at the bottom of it a little while ago, and it's down to like Y7, so this quarry is almost finished. And when it finishes up, I'll move it somewhere and start up another one, maybe in an area that had a lot of vis in it, because a lot of taint in it, because that might just yield more taint crystals. But there is something else I can do with that. And let's see, I need to pop through here. This is where my crystals are all at. Tainted crystals. I have 55 of them. That's what I've got left. All of them. So I'm thinking there's something I can do. If I take the crystals and craft them like this, I get tainted vis ore, which if I put it down will be a taint crystal that I can grow. And it will, over time, slowly, it will grow more crystals. That there is a device, a crystalline bell, I believe it's called, that you can use to extract crystals from this without and if you leave at least one, they'll continue to grow. I don't know how fast they grow. And see, these are tainted crystals. Perhaps it might be better to try to grow them in a tainted area. So I'm going to take them back over here to experiment site 4, build a little bit of a platform over there to do this on, where things won't be bothered and messed with by hostiles, and we'll see what it's going to take to, or start seeing what it's going to take to grow some crystals over there. Alright, here we go. A little crude little platform here with some light on it, and I am just going to pop these crystals down right here. There, and this way I can check on them occasionally and see how long it takes for them to grow and produce more crystals. This is a Thaumcraft mechanism for producing more crystals. There is others, and I will look into them at a later time. However, right now I have some business back at the base because there's some other stuff I need to get going on. Alright, here we go. Let's see. First I need something from down here. Yeah. This thing being a terminus module has been quite profitable. Just about a stack and a half of diamonds have been produced by all the things that are going in here. Yeah. And let's see. If I recall correctly, I've got it set up so that this thing is now terminating just cobble, nothing else. And even then, I still occasionally come in here and see a bit of cobble on the floor. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? You don't terminate anything anymore. And the reason for that is this. I have got a full diamond chest of scrap, and the diamond chest up here at the top, that is the default route, is also got a lot of scrap in it. I need to get some stuff put together to start using that scrap to produce UU matter. But initially, there is this I want to deal with. And I may need some other stuff, but let's see. Oh, that's right. That reminds me. A portable transmutation tablet. So I take a transmutation tablet, some stone, and some dark matter blocks. Oh, well, maybe that can wait. Yeah. Meanwhile, that up here, start dropping diamonds in here. Okay, I'm going to want a lot of these. I don't think I'm quite going to get as many as I want right off the get-go here. Now I want 5 more of them, another 15 in total. And I also need antimatter relay. That's a diamond block and 7 obsidian and a glass. Okay. There's the diamond block. Let's focus down a little bit and find the obsidian. Alright. Oops. I forgot the glass. Okay. Glass, diamond block, and the obsidian. Antimatter relay. Make sure this thing knows how to make them. Alright. Alright, how much of these can I come up with more of them? That's 2, that's 3, 4. Okay, that's a start. And frankly, I think I can manage a bunch more because there's a bunch of stuff down here I've been getting a lot of extra of. Like, for example, here's another stack of diamond. And I don't honestly need this much nickelite or this much of the lapis. So let's just dump all this stuff in here. And that can go in there. And let's see, what do we got here? Okay, I'll take those, and I'll take those, and I'll take these. That'll probably do pretty good. Yeah. We are seriously cranking out the diamonds here. This will help a lot. Might even get me the other 5 collectors, as well as 1 more antimatter relay. What I want to do, obviously, I think, is I want to finish out that solar flower. Alright, there's number 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Whatever, I'll fix that a little bit. Alright, so we can go ahead and tear some of this stuff out of here and replace it with what it needs to be. Alright, so antimatter relays right there. And solar collectors all around. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. I forgot I had some glass placeholders as well. There. All I need now is to grab some glowstone to put on top of that. All right. focus over on energy. I'll clean that stuff up later. I just want to get this thing cranking. Break that one in a second. Just want to concentrate on not doing it again. There. All right. Fully functional Tier 1 solar flower. That will help get things cranking a lot faster. I'm going to clean up an inventory and we'll move on. Okay, down here in the power generation area here, the geothermal generator, that's right. It's been doing pretty good, and as you can see, it's been really getting into the lava. All that processing going on up there with those industrial craft machines has been sucking down a lot of power. And yeah, and since those tanks are not full anymore, I went and followed the pipe back down to where they're getting the lava from, and that source has finally dried up. And you know something? I'm not sure that I actually want to go hunt up another such place. Oh, jeez. I don't know where the zombie is, but... Alright, meanwhile, up here, we have oil storage, still full, because I believe it's still working on oil pumping source number 4, and I've got a 5th and a 6th source located, but haven't been tapped yet. The rest of this place is for use when the oil, or actually before the oil runs out. What I want to do in here is set up a facility that will make biofuel and store a lot of it in advance. And that way when the oil runs out, I can just switch over to burning biofuel. At least that's the plan right now. Of course, worst come to worst, equivalent exchange could provide me with lots of oil. I could work on an equivalent exchange type gadget that would supply lots of oil by burning up the EMC, and that would continue to provide fuel for the engines. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and get the biofuel production thing set up. And I'm going to go ahead and set that stuff up off camera between episodes. And then next episode I will show you the whole setup, walk you through it, and yeah, that will be pretty much that for that stuff at the moment. Quarry is also about to run out, I believe I mentioned, and I'll probably just move that one over a little bit and reset it up and get it going again, because while I'm not hurting for resources, it will be helpful to have more stuff continuing to come in for conversion to EMC, if nothing else. All right, the next thing up is I have got to do something about these bees, because this, like this, is unacceptable. I mean, there's just so much going on here that, or so much that could be going on here, but I'm not going to babysit these things like this anymore. I want to get them automated. And let's see, chassis pipe. I've got some chassis pipes. I've got some basic logistics pipes. And let's see, need a chassis pipe going on the back of this thing. And in there, we need an extractor module. And it's just going to extract default. And then on the top of this thing, need a supplier pipe. There we go. Supplier pipe going on the top of it. And let's take one of these and one of these. And the supplier is supposed to keep one princess, one drone. Oh, there. Partial requests, we don't want that. And let's see, we'll get a bit of stone pipe to go between them. And then, no. All right, I'm going to put an iron chest over here, just simply for its capacity. No. Oh boy. I can see I'm probably going to need some more room here. Fine. Alright. I'll end up making the platform bigger. And a pipe on this is... yeah, I'm going to need a basic pipe. And that makes... that chest is the default route. And it's picking up everything that doesn't belong. And then we need the provider pipe. Let's set it there. Pop another stone pipe down. And of course it defaults to providing everything. Hello. Where did my bees go? Okay, it was supposed to go in there, provided through the top by the provider pipe. The supplier pipe, that is. Okay. This is basically the idea of this. Oh. I gotta move this. The idea here is that this is a miniature, it's an isolated logistics system specifically for handling these hives. And once I've got it set up right, I can just tile this system this way by adding more hives, and each one gets a supplier pipe and a chassis pipe with an extractor module on it, and just make sure I've got sufficient storage here to hold everything. And the idea there is to have another section of this system that will handle processing the combs into something, and then that can get dropped into an ender chest, which will be the same color code as the default, as the input chest back at the base. Alright, just to make sure this is working, it's time to test, which means hang out and wait for these to die. Okay, this queen's life bar is just about down at the bottom. She's going to die any second now. And when she does, there'll be a bunch of stuff show up over here. That should get sucked into the logistics system, and then okay. Now the princess should get sent back up here. Okay, alright, automatic, great, love it. And we've got stuff and drones in here. And it's thrown a drone in there too. Great. Alright, this means I can learn to hit the right keys so that I don't actually walk off the edge. I'm going to set up 2 more like this. Well, it would be helpful if I had a sample or 2 to do that with. Alright. Get an extractor module on here and get an extractor module on there. And then up here I get a couple of more of the supplier pipes, pop them up there, and I say you're going to keep these here and there. And what I'll have to do is come up with some more princesses. I'm not available there yet. And then I can have this as a line of production hives, whose main purpose is to produce the honeycombs and the drones. And that will be a big step in the right direction. Then from there, this little mini logistic system can be expanded to handle a centrifuge to process those honeycombs into something more useful. Perhaps, I don't know, have to also arrange for much larger storage capacity for the bees. And for the interim, that's going to be diamond chests. But what I really need to do is get this set up over on the jungle bees. Because the jungle bees, one of the things they produce is, well, their main thing they produce is silky combs. And the silky combs, when processed, sometimes yield a silky propolis. Either that or they generate silky propolis. Either way, the silky propolis, when processed in a centrifuge, will occasionally yield, among other things, propolis. And I need the propolis for some things that will help speed things up. But we're getting there, and that's going to be really the thing to do. I gotta get the automation going on the production. The honeycombs, all of them are going to produce various amounts of honey and so on, and that's going to be useful in the biofuel production. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to work on getting the bee automation expanded and get set up to do the automatic processing of the produce. And one of the things I need the propolis for, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe is the apiarist chest. There it is. Oh, it just needs honeycombs, a chest, and some glass. Oh, well, that's surprisingly cheap. Okay, so I could just run this sucker for a while, and it will automatically produce the stuff I need to do that with. And I start getting apiarist chests. They have a much higher capacity for bees. I'm not sure how well that's going to talk to a logistics system, but I'll find out next time. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.